One. Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome, Brenda.
Thank you
How
so
are
much,
you?
Teany. Thank you. I'm doing well, really well.
Fantastic.
Yes, so
I'm
happy to
glad
be
you're
here with you and your group. Authentic living.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is Teany. I'm Coach Teany, and we have Brenda Ramos. And I said it the
Hey,
Latino
everybody.
way because I have to say with rolling my R's.
Claro que sí.
And I'm so happy that you're here. And before I get into who you are and everything, I just wanted to give everybody sort of like a preview about you and I and our history together and our past.
Yes, please do.
It's not a checkered one, I promise you, even though I am wearing a checkered shirt. It's totally a positively good one. And actually, she and I used to dance.
Yes.
And I've joined several of Brenda's classes back when I was a salsera, which I still am, but I'm, not professionally anymore. Which I don't even know. Are you a professional dancer still?
I still teach, and as a matter of fact, I incorporate my group coaching with Heels choreography class.
Sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. So for all of you who have been asking me, because you don't know how many times I've been asked, hey, can you teach me? I'm like, I don't have time, but I know someone who can help you. Brenda. All right, Brenda, I'm going to send them your way.
All right.
Okay, so let me just say hello to everybody on Facebook. Join us for an amazing session with Brenda.
I love technology. I love that we can be doing this and on Facebook, and it's just so much fun.
I think this is a woman's dream because aren't we like perpetual like multitaskers? I know.
Yeah, I've actually been trying to get out of multitasking. I've realized that I do better when I focus on one project fully, and then they overlap. So my projects overlap. I have one project going and I dedicate all of my energy, and then they overlap a little bit.
Agreed. I mean, look, the things that are most important, you should definitely single task, right? Yeah. But then like other things, they're not, you can split your energy a little bit. Getting a question about people not being able to hear, which is strange. So let me just move my earphones out of the way. Can you guys hear us now?
Make sure your computers are off mute.
Yeah, make sure your computers are off mute. We can definitely hear each other, so I'm hoping that means you guys can hear us too. Okay, awesome. So let's get started. So like I said, I am Coach Teany, and we are here for the Pivot to Greatness video series, which I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. And it's all about tapping into your greatest power when the shit hits the fan with some of today's amazing, greatest teachers. So here we have one of our great teachers, Brenda Ramos. And just to give you a little quick background, welcome, Brenda.
Thank you.
Brenda has been teaching people to get in touch with their true selves, which, oh my God, you're preaching to the choir here, right? Through music and dance for 20 years. She's a Reiki master, entrepreneur, and life coach with a certification in positive psychology. Brenda is passionate about personal growth and believes that self-awareness and self-love, also equally important, are key in remembering and recreating your true self. Currently, she leads workshops and incorporates her expertise in group coaching with sensual dance choreography. Very nice. In June, she's going to be launching a 4-month coaching program, which I'm so excited about. I can't wait till you tell us about it, called Breathe, Be, and Become, a guided journey to the center of your soul and back again that begins and ends with a weekend immersion in the Hamptons. All right. You can also find Brenda online sharing posts of her cat, Puma, which I love your cat. Her cat is black.
Amazing.
I love black cats. I don't care what they say about black cats. I love them.
It's not true.
It's not true.
Same thing about the number 13 is not true.
I know, right? So not true. It's all up here.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, Brenda's art is called word art, which for those of us in New York, word art. Okay. And we'll talk about her website and all those goodies later on. So first, thank you again for coming, Brenda. I spoke a little bit about who you are. Would you like to give us any other background that maybe I missed or that you want to highlight?
I think you've got it all. I'm a goofball, that's for sure. I embrace my silly side. I love to have fun, and I love to make self-growth, self-transformation, self-awareness fun, so that we are not taking ourselves so seriously and being so hard on ourselves.
Yes. And reconnecting should be fun because it's connecting to who you are, and the essence of you is amazing, right? So,
yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's right. Okay. So I'm going to start with a couple of questions for you, which are key questions for the people in our audience, and hopefully a few of you who join and those who we hear later on, we'll get to really know Brenda, get to know what she does, who we are, and how and why she's part of this group and why I brought her out here as one of our guests. So Brenda, what pivot points have you had in your own life that sort of nudged you to become your most authentic self and give to the field that you're in now in the way that you have?
I've had several pivot points, and I'll let you know that this is my 10-year anniversary on this road to self-transformation and enlightenment. So let's snap it out. Most of the pivotal moments in my life were at a time where I was not aware of what was happening. Now, in retrospect, I understand the difficulty that I experienced at the time. And I'll give you just a couple of examples. But the difficulty at the time was so that I can pay attention to my dis-ease, my discomfort, and refocus my attention elsewhere, as opposed to grasping on to what was happening and whatever that situation was at the time, and being more at ease with what is or what was at the time, and realizing that I was experiencing those feelings so that I can shift, so that I could shift my attention, my focus, my direction, maybe even. Right. Let's see, to give you one example.
Sometimes we need an uncomfortable nudge to get us moving.
Oh, sometimes. I think maybe more than sometimes.
Sometimes when you just don't get pushed, you get shoved, but anyway, go on.
So one of the most significant pivotal moments in my life and my career really was when I was working with a studio, and I was teaching, and I had already begun my journey on this enlightenment and self-transformation journey. I was already on the path. So I was reading lots of books and really filling my brain and my soul and myself with all of this new energy, new information. And I started to feel really uncomfortable anytime I was teaching, anytime I was involved with the company, anytime that we were in the same area. I just felt this very odd sort of I didn't belong feeling. Like, damn, I don't freaking belong here. And it led to some discourse, some discussions, a couple of difficult situations where we butt heads, and I had a choice. I mean, I really had to. These were people who I knew for a very long time, who I loved, still love with all of my heart, still appreciate who they are and where they've been and what they taught me. But I knew that I needed, it wasn't a healthy environment for me anymore. It wasn't a healthy environment for my growth.
Right.
So I had to really sit with it, take a look at what was happening without judging myself and without judging the other parties, and just decide if I wanted to remain where I was emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or physically even, or take that fork in the road. It felt like I was at a fork in the road, and take that new road in a different direction. And that's what I chose to do. And that was one of the hardest things that I had to do. Because you're sort of, this is a community that you build relationships in, and you bond with people, and you spend so much time with them. Absolutely. We all have experienced similar situations, and then you sort of it's like the Velcro, you gotta or the Band-Aid, you gotta rip yourself. You gotta sort of rip yourself off of your past, rip yourself off of the old stagnant energy that is present in this particular situation for you.
Right.
And then reemerge and re-embark on that different path. So that was one of the most significant ones for me in my life. And that was probably very soon after I started reading, The Secret and Eckhart Tolle and all of my mentors. So.
Absolutely. So what inspired you then? Was it sort of, which is what happened to me, oh my God, I know so much now. I've been through some stuff. I got to go and teach it, right? I got to go and teach people how they can get through the stuff too, right? Is that how you felt as you emerged?
Not immediately.
Right.
The immediate desire was to immerse myself completely in this new lifestyle, really. And so I wanted to find a new tribe. So I set out to find my new tribe. I immersed myself in all sorts of different types of yoga and holistic nutritional classes and spiritual chanting classes. And I just did what I felt was my calling at that time, which was to immerse myself in a new tribe, find a new tribe, immerse myself. And now, within the past few years, I started my company in 2014. Since then, I'm now embarking on the teaching and sharing part.
Awesome. So good.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. Did you ever feel like sort of the odd man out for a while?
I kind of still do.
There's a quote that I love to repost, and it says something to the effect of, if you feel like you don't belong in this world, it's because you were meant to start a new world or to uplift and create a new one, right?
I read when you posted that, and I love it. It is so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I, on occasion, I still do feel like that very unique individual that's quirky and weird and all over the place.
That's okay. We love you.
And I have learned to be totally okay with myself. And not only totally okay with myself, but also totally okay with the time that it's taking me to be and move and accomplish, quote unquote, and the different sort of twists and turns that my path. So I'm so much more compassionate with myself and loving towards myself.
Yeah. I can only imagine. And I mean, it's not like it happens just once where, you know, we go through something, we go through things over and over and sort of discover different elements of ourselves and incorporate them and find new pieces of new tribes and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So it's always a process, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's a process. It's a practice.
Right.
And it's all good.
Yeah, it is all good. Okay. So what is one or a couple of major patterns that you've noticed that take people away from being sort of in the moment and true to themselves?
The number one that I have noticed is comparison. Comparison, as I think it was Mark Twain who said it, comparison kills joy, you know, is the killer of joy.
Yeah.
When you are on your journey and you look over to someone else's journey, you might see them way ahead of you. You might perceive them, because it's all about your perception of what's happening to or for that other person. You might perceive that they are way ahead or way behind or way above or way under. And the moment that you do that, you take the focus off of what's happening in your universe, in your world, you now are judging where you are. You're judging yourself because you're saying, well, I'm not there. Or you're judging that person, well, I'm over here. Mm-hmm. And so comparison really takes you out of the moment and out of the beauty of your time. This is you. This is your time. And we share it on a conscious level. But you've really got to focus on your inner universe so that you can be closer to your authentic self.
Absolutely.
To your true self, to your true soul spirit right here.
Yeah, yeah. And it's also honoring your own journey. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Honoring is such a beautiful word because we forget. And I forget too. I compare.
We're human.
We're human. So it happens. It happens every now and then, every once in a while, frequently, whatever it happens, however often it happens for us. We just have to, it's like meditation. We just have to come back.
Yeah.
The practice is coming back to the now, coming back to ourselves, honoring our journey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Brenda. So I want you to take us through whatever process you feel you can sort of impart and educate us through with this journey and everything that you teach. And I'd let you take it away.
Sure. So this is...
And everyone, feel free to ask questions. You know, just wanted to say.
Yeah, I love questions. And you know what? I'm a huge fan of picking things apart if you feel you need to. I'm really quite detail oriented, so feel free to ask me whatever you need to ask me.
Yes.
So this is really just a 2-minute journey into mindfulness. You can do it anywhere. With practice, you'll figure out where your favorite place to practice it is, to do it is. You can be sitting, you can be standing, you can be walking, you can be anywhere at any time and still, except driving. Don't do this while you're driving. That's my disclaimer.
Might not want to have your eyes closed.
Pay attention to your driving. But if you're on the train or the bus, it really takes no time at all. And what you want to do is you can sit with your eyes open or closed. You can sit cross-legged or in a chair, like I mentioned. Wherever you are in the moment, just take 3 deep breaths. And we're going to do that together. We're going to deep breath in. And hold it at the top of your breath. And exhale. And just do that again. At your pace, you're going to deep breath in. And whenever you arrive at the top of your breath, just hold it and release it. Now on that last intake of breath, when you hold your breath, see if you can feel your heartbeat. See if you can feel some energy in your fingertips, in your toes. Maybe tap your fingers and tap your toes. So here we go with that last breath. You're going to deep breath in and hold it. Feel the sensations going through your body, that energy, your blood, if you can feel that, and release it. Now we're going to go from bottom to top and back again. I want you to focus all of your attention on your toes, whether they are on the floor or in cross-legged, whether you have shoes or not. Just see if you can wiggle your toes and really feel your toes. If your feet are planted on the floor, feel the sensation of the floor or the ground or the grass underneath you, underneath your toes, underneath your feet. Now bring your attention up to your ankles. Move your ankles around a little bit and really feel, bring all of your attention to your ankles. And as we do this, as I mentioned, each body part, you want to take a breath in and really feel that part of your body. Now move your attention to your calves, your shins. Are they sore? Are you walking? If you're walking, what is it like when you walk very quickly? That feeling in your calves. Or what is it like when you're walking very slowly? And just take a deep breath there. And thank your calves. Thank your calves for working, for supporting you, for helping you walk and stand. And we're going to take the attention up to your knees. Give your knees some love. You can pass your fingers over your kneecaps if you can. Or just send all of your attention to your kneecaps. Do they hurt? Are they creaky? Just send them extra tender, loving care and awareness. And send a thank you. Now you're going to go up to your thighs, your beautiful, beautiful thighs. And I want you to think about how you talk about your thighs on a regular basis. Do you say some not so nice things about your thighs when no one is around? In commentaries with your friends or at yoga or at the gym? Do you look at other people's thighs and say, I wish I had her thighs? Just remember that your thighs are yours. They're the only thighs that you have. How do they feel? How do they feel when you run your hands across them? They're strong. Sure, we all want to improve a little bit, and that's okay. Send them some extra love in the moment. Breathe. Thank your thighs. Thank your thighs for being cute and dimply if they are. Take your attention a little further up to your hips. Send some love to your hips and your lower back. If you can place a hand on your lower back, go ahead and touch that lower back part. I know sometimes we hold some tension there. And again, this is about giving yourself love in the moment. So send love to your lower back. Send love to your hip areas. And thank them. Thank them for being yours. Thank them for choosing you. moving your attention a little further up, we're going to the lower abdomen, your belly area. Just send more love there. Really feel what it's like to breathe in through your lower belly and out. Feel that breath coming in and let your belly rise. And then let it exhale. Your yummy belly. Thank your belly for being there. Going a little further up, your upper abs, your stomach area. There's a lot of stuff happening in there that we don't have to pay attention to. Our bodies are miracles. And this area especially, are we holding tension? Are we holding nervousness? Do we get stomach aches? Breathe in as you send love to your upper abs and your stomach area. Thank your stomach, thank your organs for doing their job without you even thinking about it. We are miracles. A little further up, and you're talking about now your lungs and your breasts. Really feel what it's like to breathe in. Your lungs are free and clear, and they take in air with ease and release air with ease. Your heart is beating, and you don't have to keep track of it. You don't have to count the beats. It's just doing its job. It's there. You can trust your heart. You can trust your lungs. Thank them. Thank them for working. Thank them for loving you. You go to sleep and they are still at work, playfully, easily pumping air and blood through your body. And your boobs. Let's not forget about your beautiful breasts. Big or small, whatever they are yours. Be grateful for them. Moving a little further up to your throat, your voice. Your voice. How are you using your voice internally and externally? What are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to the people around you, to the people you love, as well as the people you don't love so much? Thank your voice for getting stronger and stronger every day. Don't forget, one way that we can love our voices is by singing karaoke, playfully around the house, whatever your thing is. Just let your voice out and thank it. Around your shoulders. Just feel your shoulders. Is that where your tension is? Go ahead and give yourself a little massage. Thank your shoulders for carrying all that weight. It doesn't have to all the time. You can tell your shoulders they can relax. They can let go. And thank them. I want to go down to the arms. These are the arms that you're able to embrace your family and friends with. You're able to touch yourself with your hands. You're able to feel and caress and take and hold and let go. Thank your arms and your hands for the good work that they do for you, with you. Breathe it out. Now moving a little further up, your face, your smile, your teeth, your tongue, your eyes, all the wrinkles of your laughter, and even your wrinkles of the frowns that you've carried with you on occasion throughout your life. If you can see yourself in your mind's eye, really look at your face. Picture yourself in your mind's eye, and smile and thank your face. Thank you, face. And give yourself a chuckle, a laugh. Thank your teeth for being there after all these years. Your taste buds, your saliva glands, they're all in there doing their job without you even thinking about them. Thank you. Thank you. And now I just want to take you up to your mind, your crown chakra, thinking about the thoughts that you carry around in your mind and the physical aspect of it, your brain. Your brain is a miracle. We hold so much information in this brain, and our mind distinguishes what we can work with and what we can't. Mm-hmm. Thank those parts of yourself. Thank them. Bring all of your attention there, right to the center of your eyes. And thank it. Thank your brain. Thank your mind for that constant chatter, all the good stuff and all the not so good stuff. It's all there to help us, even when we don't realize it, even if we don't see it in the moment. Now we're going to close this little mindfulness meditation with a deep breath in. And when you exhale, just for as long as you can. And a big thank you. Thank you. Take a moment to see if you feel differently than when you started. We're just going to check in downward. Do you feel energy in your ears? Do you feel energy in your throat? Where do you feel a vibration? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your heart section? Is it in your stomach area, your abdomen area? Do you feel energy running through your legs, your knees, your feet? Now give yourself one squeeze. Squeeze all of your muscles, Squeeze your eyes as tight as they can. And release. And shake it out a little bit. Slowly bring your attention back to your external world. The sounds around you, the people around you. To the cushion or the bed or the chair or the floor you're standing on. And with that, you're back.
Awesome. I feel so at peace.
That's
great. I have to tell you, I mean, I love meditation and I meditate every chance I can possibly get. And I love your process because your step-by-step of movement of the energy from your feet to your face. For me, every step that you took made me smile a little bit wider, which I don't think has ever happened to me before.
I'm so happy that you're saying that because that's one of the things that I hope that I can share with the people who practice this. This is part of my authentic whole self meditation. It's just, I can go as long as 20 minutes in it. And it's all about just being in your body, both physically and mentally, noticing what's happening and just thanking it and really bringing all of your attention into yourself.
Yeah, it's an honoring and appreciation of each part.
Oh, I love that word, honoring. Yes, 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 yes.
Let me just check in with our folks. How are you guys doing? Did you guys feel that meditation? I know I did. Please feel free to comment. I love that work. That work was just beautiful. And it kind of reminded me.
Thank you so much.
Yes, please. It reminded me of the movie Eat, Pray, Love, when the guru in India says, you need to smile in your liver.
Yes. You know what? And it's so important. It's so important to send love and to send that light, not just light as in light, what we can see, but a sort of lightness in feeling. You know, sometimes we go through life with very heavy emotions and heavy feelings, and it drags us down, you know, and that's very low vibrating that's a low vibrating place to be. And so this is one thing that can help you sort of lighten it up and bring attention to it and send lightness, light, love, and lightness through it. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And you know what? You can extend it for as long as you want, or you can shorten it. It can be just as brief as feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your feet in your shoes, and then going to a meeting, you know, because it really literally grounds you when you feel your feet. And I'm not just talking with your hands, feeling your feet. I'm feeling the sensation of the floor under your feet and your feet in your shoes.
Yes. And I will say that to your point about even just a few seconds of grounding your feet, you know, just stopping and just being still, like all of those things are habits. And we just had a presenter last week that talked about habits, and, you know, habits. You have to ingrain that stuff in your body, and the good stuff, right? Because we already have tons of other stuff that doesn't necessarily serve us. So even a few seconds of that, just continually practicing that, as I tell some of my clients, just start small. You don't have to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, hours. I know people who meditate for hours. We're not there yet, all of us, you know?
Right. So, and that's okay. And we don't need to be there. And just to add to your point, use something that you have with you, usually in your hand, at all times of every day. So really get into the habit of programming a reminder that will gently, ding, let me feel my feet. And just that reminder programmed into your phone a couple of times a day will help you stay present in the moment.
Yes. So here's a question for you. I know that you're big into mindfulness. You know, I'm big into mindfulness too. You meditate and all these good things. What have you learned that has helped you master the concept of it and also the practice of it in your life? What has helped you master it? I know that technology is amazing. So I know that for me, that's been one of the things that's helped me a lot. What else do you do that you can share?
I forgive myself a lot. I forgive myself a lot for not practicing, not meditating. I don't feel that I have mastered it. I feel that it is a practice, and I feel that forgiveness is huge. So if I see the reminder and I'm in the middle of something and I don't get to it, I don't beat myself up later for not taking the minute or seconds to feel my feet. I do it when I can. And I'm really gentle with myself. We tend to be so hard on ourselves. women in general, we are so hard on ourselves to improve, do better, do more, be more productive, be better, be better, be better. And I can understand that. And I was like that as well. And for me now, it is a balance. It's about creating a balance, or if you prefer the word harmony. I know some people are resistant to the concept of balance. So if you prefer, think of it as harmony, you know, all the instruments in your life, all the aspects of your life, playing together in unison and coming together. And sometimes you hear the trumpets a little bit more, and sometimes you hear the piano a little bit more. That doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that sometimes you need to, or sometimes you will meditate a little bit more, and sometimes you'll veg out in front of the TV a little bit more. When you're able to zoom out as far away from yourself as possible, you can see that even in the imbalance or the disharmony, there is balance. Mm-hmm. Especially when you start doing this work, especially when you start becoming aware and conscious of your growth potential and your mindset and honoring your journey and all that awesome freaking stuff. I can go on and on.
And to your point about people having issues with balance, and how it relates to harmony, I mean, people have issues with the word balance because they think of perfection, and we're not here to be perfect. Nope. Balancing your life doesn't mean perfecting every area of your life. It means harmony, bringing harmony. And sometimes that's a little bit of disharmony, you know, sometimes that's what it requires.
You know, so I totally agree. And what I have said to my clients is there's balance in the disbalance. There's balance in the unbalanced. There's, when you're able to zoom out, you can see that, okay, so I binged 13 reasons why. Straight, no breaks in between.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. You know what? Because there's balance, and it's all gonna fit perfectly in my life and my schedule and my time. And
yes. And I have another question for you, because some people battle addictions, right? So I know that's a big deal for people. Like, I need to bring that into harmony. I just need to stop doing that. But you know what? Like, that's where that disharmony, harmony, balance, and balance thing happens, right? Sometimes you don't need to cut things off cold turkey. One step at a time is enough. You know, if you want to stop drinking coffee 4 times a day, then cut it down to 3 times a day. Do you know?
I was just talking about this with someone, with my group of, I call my group the Hot Heels Divas. With my Hot Heels Divas, we talked about weaning ourselves off of whatever we perceive to be a bad habit, whatever we want to get away from, whatever that might be. And I actually used coffee. I used to drink coffee probably 2 or 3 times a day at one point in my life. And I noticed that it was making me really jittery, and it wasn't healthy for me. Right. It was affecting me in an adverse way. And so I couldn't go cold turkey. I just couldn't. And so what I chose to do, and it took me 2.5 years to do it, so it's a process and it's being gentle with yourself, was just cutting back. Mm-hmm. So I went from 4 to 3, little by little. I'm a huge fan. I'm a proponent for baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. In between point A and point B, there's an infinite number of steps.
Yeah.
So take your time, be gentle with yourself, forgive yourself, and keep moving forward, whatever that is for you. Forward movement.
And I would say find alternatives. Like, one thing that I do sometimes is, instead of full caffeinated coffee, I'll drink decaffeinated coffee. So I still get the flavor of the coffee without the caffeine, right?
Did you try? Have you tried or at that time, did you try the half and half caffeinated and half decaf?
Yes, I went there. Yes, I did.
It helped me so much. Like, okay, I can't do full decaf yet. I'm going to do half and half.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yes.
and when you can, you go full decaf, and when you can, you do half and half. You know, like
Correct.
whatever it takes. And I
Yeah.
have to admit, I still drink coffee occasionally, so I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie that I don't.
And it's by
But
choice, right?
yes, exactly.
It's not it. I love coffee. I love the flavor. I love the taste. I love that when I have coffee, I can talk with my mom or my aunts, my family, and we have a blast. You know, it's a part of my culture, our culture. And so I love coffee. I don't like the milk so much because it disrupts my belly.
Yes. Let's not talk about dairy. That's a whole nother topic.
But almond milk has now replaced it. But now it's a choice. Now I can say, you know what? Yes, I'd love a cup of coffee, as opposed to, man, I need my fix.
Yeah. And I have to say, there's something to be said about being ready, right? Like I did this whole series, on the Café con Leche series. And I mean, we literally had a cup of coffee when I was doing the interviews, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And the thing is that culturally, right, like you said, it's a connection that we have to coffee. And for me, like, I will probably drink decaf for a very long time just because it brings a feeling to me of, relaxation. It's how I start my day. And a small bit is not so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's something to be said about also being ready for, okay, you know what? I'm on decaf now. You know what? Now I'm ready to give it up completely. I'm ready now.
Yeah.
Like it's not anyone pushing you. It's not, it's not sort of a bad condition. Don't wait for it to become a bad condition.
Correct.
But take steps toward that, right?
I really am happy that you brought that up, that being ready, that part of a person's journey and the process. Because there's this, as a society, we tend to hear a term and get caught up in the trend of the term. I feel like presently although I've heard it previously, I feel like a lot more people are talking about getting out of your comfort zone. I've heard it a lot more as of late. And I have to say, if you're forcing yourself out of your comfort zone based on other people's expectations of you, that's not the best way to get out of your comfort zone. Right. You really have to, and this is why journeying into yourself, your true self, being authentic and knowing yourself is so important, because you can really feel and distinguish when you're taking action based on your personal desire and your inspiration, your intrinsic desires, as opposed to pressure from people or your yoga teacher or whoever it is around you pressuring to make these changes. You can really sit with your choices and your decisions and where you are. That's why it's so important to just be with yourself. Yeah. And then you can choose to stay where you are or get out of your comfort zone. Right. So you start to recognize, like I started to know, I know when I'm sitting in my comfort zone, like, I'm just going to draw the curtains and I don't really want to do this right now. And, let me push it off. I know when I'm doing that. I know there's a distinct sensation in my body. There's a distinct feeling in my energy. When I feel that, I do what I need to do to get out of my comfort zone. Whether my brain is telling me, wait, what are you doing? All the fear comes up. But then there are times that I'm in my comfort zone because I need to heal. I need that safety. I need the safety of my comfort zone, of my place in time where I am, to heal or to incubate some ideas and to just breathe and be with myself.
And part of the work for us, right, is to know the difference of when we're fearful, right, and when we're actually needing that time for ourselves. So knowing yourself in that respect is important too.
Oh, and this is it. This is the deeper work that we do and that we help our clients do for themselves.
Absolutely. And again, to your point previously about comparing yourself, right? Use people to inspire you. Don't use them to compare yourself to them, right? Use them to inspire you to make good changes.
Yes.
Don't inspire them to feel bad about yourself, right?
Correct. I love, reading success stories because it does inspire me. It helps me believe more in my ability to do it also.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm glad you talked about your process a little bit. Would you like to give us a little bit more insight on, I'll mention her site, authenticalself.com. You can find her there on her website. And maybe give us a little bit of a sort of a snapshot of what you're offering, how you work with people, and what you can bring to their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. My main intention for the work that I do is to help people really know themselves. That's why I'm totally in love with my company name, AuthenticWholeSelf.com, because I believe that we start out in life as truly authentic, whole. We start out in our lives as whole beings, unafraid to be ourselves. And throughout life, we get layers and layers of stuff happening and stuff being piled on, and that's okay. It's just part of life. It's part of why we chose to be here. So the work that I do is all about helping individuals uncover who they truly are, taking a look at certain beliefs that don't serve them, that may hold them back, and being gentle and being compassionate and starting some self-care and self-love rituals so that you can start to feel whole again. You are whole. You are not broken. You are complete. You feel otherwise because there's stuff that's sort of piled in front of your true eyesight. And we start to just peel that back together. I don't do the work for you. You do the work. I ask you lots of questions.
It's what we're good at.
Yeah.
But
you're like,
but you're good at peeling the onion, right?
That's right.
That's
right. I love that analogy. That it's about the onion. We're all sweet smelling onions. We gotta peel and peel. Yeah. So that's what I do with my clients in different ways, and I use positive psychology a lot in the action steps. So the program that I'm currently offering, the 4-month coaching program, is called Breathe, Be, Become, and that's basically the foundation of my practice of what I help my clients do. I'm a Danielle Laporte devotee. So
awesome. I love Danielle.
Yes, I'm a huge fan, as well as Marie Forleo. But I use Danielle Laporte's Desire Map to help people get in touch with how they want to feel and focus on those 4 to 6 key words that are significant to them. And that's what I do. I'm offering the 4-month program. It starts with a Desire Map immersion at the Hamptons.
Awesome. When does it start? I think you said June, right?
It is June 16th, Friday, June 16th. You arrive at the Hamptons. You have a beautiful room, a private pool. It's a house. So I've Airbnb'd a home. You get a private pool. You have access to the beach. We do the Desire Map workshop through the Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is the last day. There's plenty of time to just be. So not every moment of the days are packed with activities and exercises. But we do start with a meditation. I will introduce you to EFT and Ho'oponopono.
Love it. Love it.
I'm giving Reiki as a gift to everyone who attends. The catch is I'm only opening it to 5 women.
Nice.
So it's a small, intimate group.
What's the deadline?
The deadline, so there are 2 deadlines. I'm giving a 50% discount for the first 3 people who sign up by next Thursday, because I'm launching it tomorrow. So you guys are getting exclusive information.
Woohoo!
You'll see it, on my website. Thank you for that. You can sign up on my website. And if you do it by next Thursday, you get a 50% discount. And that includes the Firestarter book and binder, Desire Map book and workbook. Her new book, White Hot Truth, I'm giving that away. A Reiki session while you're there. What else? I have so many goodies.
Oh, that's good.
You get a journal and a calendar and a Truth Bomb card deck. And then after next Thursday, it goes up to the full rate, and you have until the deadline for the final signups is, hang on, it is June 1st, Thursday, June 1st.
June 1st. Okay, I'm just putting comments in here for everybody to know. Awesome. I'm so excited. It sounds like you're providing so much, and I'm a huge fan of yours and a huge fan of Reiki and EFT and Ho'oponopono. I mean, it's all amazing tools.
It's incredible work. We'll do a little light yoga. Included in the 4 months, we're going to be doing 16 private coaching sessions and 8 group coaching sessions. So the private sessions are specifically for you and your goals, how you want to move forward on them, what you want to focus on. And in the group, you just have that support system with the other women who are going through the process as well. The last immersion is October 13th through the 15th. So it's going to be fall. It's going to be nice and cool. We're going to do some fire pit work and burn some stuff, burn some karma. We're going to dance. It's just going to be, there's going to be dancing, girl. You know it. And it'll end with the Firestarter session program. I recently became a facilitator for that as well. And that really is what the title says, Firestarter. We start a fire under your booty so that you move into the next phase of your life, whatever that may be for you. It can be career change, business startup, or even just asking for a raise at your current job. Whatever the next step is, we're going to start a fire under it.
Absolutely. Yes. People get motivated, please.
Yeah.
So much work to do, guys. So many things coming up. Let's take advantage of the people like Brenda who are here to support you, here to help you, here to inspire you and move you. Please.
Yes. Use us.
That's why we're here.
Let us live our dreams by helping you. This is what Teany and I are so passionate about this. I know I feed off of your energy, Teany. I read your posts and I love everything that you do. It's such an honor to be here with you. So thank you.
It's an honor to have you, and you're part of my close tribe. So
yes.
I'm going to see how things are going as things progress for you and for the group that you're going to be working with. I'm so excited for whoever they are. So take advantage, please.
I'm so super excited. my 10-year anniversary, all out, all giveaway. Oh my goodness, it's just amazing.
She's coming out on her 10th anniversary with amazing things. Yes, yes. So her website again is Authentic Whole Self. I put it in the comments. Please take advantage. The deadline is June 1st. She's only taking 5 people and it's a deep discount. So please take advantage because I mean, things like this don't come around very often, if ever. So take advantage now and so many great bonuses. So please, please do. So for whoever is listening and for those who are going to be listening in the near future, you can find Brenda on, where can we find you, Brenda? On Facebook, Twitter? What are your handles?
You can find me at Brenda Ramos 09 on Insta, on Twitter, Facebook is Brenda Ramos, and Authentic Whole Self with Brenda Ramos. Reach out to me, friend request me, and I will accept right away. And I'm all over the place.
That's good. That's good. We need you to be all over the place right now.
Absolutely, more and more. I'll be all over the place more and more.
Well, thank you, Brenda. I honor you, and thank you for honoring us with your presence. I know you love that word.
Yes.
It's such a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for joining us and just giving us all this good knowledge and good stuff for our souls.
It was my pleasure, Teany. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really loved having you.
Yes. Again, feel free to reach out to her or me, and I'll get in touch, and I'll help you get in touch with her. And I'll see you guys at the next installment of the Pivot to Greatness series. Talk to you guys soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.